Captain's Log, Stardate 55376.1. The convoy has finally made it to Starbase 200. While the expedition itself only sustained light damage to the outer hull, the T9 men took the brunt of the assault. The freighter captains have requested the presence of the crew for a gathering to show their appreciation for the hard work both ships did in defending the convoy. While repairs and the medical teams are tending to the wounds, I have granted light duties to the crew during our layover at Starbase 200 and Captain's Log.
All right, so the expedition has finally made it to Starbase 200. We'll go ahead and do a quick fleet map thing so you guys can kind of see where you're at.
I am not in roll 20. I now realize. One moment.
I believe you all should be down there and seeing it now.
Just about in the game.
Who needs roll 20? It's not like you're. It's not like you. Your dice rolls are going to be important or anything.
Just assume they're a fail.
You know, if you start getting shot at, it's fine.
All right, now I'm in. Where are we? Sorry. Oh, yep, I see.
So that's pretty much going to be one of your staging areas for the missions ahead. So like the captain's log said, there's still some damage to the Tiananmen that needs to be repaired. There's still some injuries and surgeries that need to be taken care of with the Tiananmen's crew, those that survived. Also, the convoys have requested that, you know, basically they want to share a drink with you for, as they put it, saving their asses. So this episode is going to be more player driven, more RP focused. Basically whatever you guys want to do is what we're going to do. The captain has, you know, pretty much said everyone can have some light duty so they can have some off hours either on the expedition or on the Starbase. And I'll open the floor to you guys.
Where is everybody at the moment?
Yeah, that would be a good question. Where does everybody want to be?
I'm guessing that I'm probably in med bay trying to help out the injured crew.
A very apt place to be, Doctor.
Menjock will be on the station and offering his expertise to the repairers and the other starship if need be. Otherwise, I'm just kind of taking a tour of the starbase.
Or is Casey still like attached to the Tiananmen while they're getting repaired, or did they get like a replacement crew yet?
You could probably still be technically in command. Whoever who was it, DeGrasse?
Yep.
So you guys could still probably be over there helping to get their systems back online.
Okay, then I'll be over there with Casey.
It's of course off to you guys. So if you didn't want to be over there,
Casey will enjoy his acting first officer position for a little longer, I guess.
Yeah, and DeGrasse will be over there as well.
all right, so we got you, Casey, and Mendrock on the Tiananmen. Doctors in sick bay. Nadan, where would you like to be?
I'd probably be on the bridge. Just at the
Alright,
sign
so-
station, I'm guessing.
To bridge with the captain. Got it. Unless the captain's somewhere else. And who did the only person I did not cover was the captain.
Where are we at on Alpha Shift?
Probably toward the end. Maybe an hour left to go on Alpha.
Okay.
But you are docked up with a Starbase, so it's a smaller Starbase, so you're docked to one of the outer rings, you know, like one of the outer docking pylons. And of course, you know, you're transferring what medical supplies and personnel you were ordered to transport. I'm sure some of your crew are assisting the convoys unloading.
Ops, what's the status of the repairs to the T9 and as well as the unloading for the convoy?
The unloading from the convoy is progressing steadily. They estimate that it'll be done in about 12 hours. The repairs to the Tiananmen, they estimate about 2 days worth of repairs, Captain.
And I'm assuming engineering has reported that repairs to the weapons array have been completed, or are they still ongoing?
The weapons were repaired en route, Captain. They sustained minor damage. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Well, hopefully things continue to be smooth. Any plans, Lieutenant Nadon?
Probably just gonna decide when I get there. Honestly, I'll be a bit spontaneous this time around, Captain. Yourself?
Well, I was hoping to get a little holodeck time while during the layover. Thought about maybe doing some essentially ice climbing.
Sounds like an adventure, Captain.
Well, Lieutenant, I think you're overdue for a little bridge time. How about you take the center chair while I read on these reports in my ready room?
Aye, Captain.
Lieutenant Nadan, engineering is requesting to run a level 2 diagnostic on the weapons systems.
Does that have any impact on our capability to be ready to defend ourselves if an emergency arises?
It would require the weapons to be taken offline for a few hours, but being docked at the Starbase, we don't foresee any need to bring the weapons back online.
Okay, let's go for it then.
Meanwhile, on the Tiananmen, on the Tiananmen Bridge, there's a lot of Starbase personnel working on the bridge, trying to get its main structures back online, work on any damaged systems, consoles are being replaced. You know, basically the ship is being basically rebuilt. A lot of the hull breaches are being worked on. One of the lieutenants hands you a report detailing the damaged systems that were repaired, the systems they're about to start working on, parts requisitions, you know, the whole standard list of repairs and components they need.
Does anything look unusual, or I mean,
It's pretty standard to reports you would have received for similar damage on the expedition, if you ever take damage, of course.
not on this level. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for the report. Keep me up to date on the status of the repairs. Check in with me once every hour. Let's just keep going.
Aye, Captain. We estimate the repairs to take roughly 2 days.
Understood. We'll make sure to get her in top shape for the next crew.
Aye, sir.
DeGrasse will turn to Casey. Well, Commander, what did you think?
Think of what, sir?
The engagements, this ship.
Oh, well. Rather impressive for the age of it. I think the Nausicaans will think twice about attacking any Federation convoys at any point soon. It's nothing like the expedition, but definitely more than I expected. I've never served aboard a Miranda class.
Yeah, it's a frame that's been around for a while, but well, I mean, there's a reason why it's been in service for so long. It's a good, hardy little ship. Not quite the most advanced, but certainly can get the job done when needed.
Indeed, sir. In a way, I'll be sad to say goodbye to it. It's been a good change of pace. I guess to be enclosed by a different set of walls for once.
Well, you make a good point. DeGrasse will look around and rub his eyes and stand up. Well, I think I might take a bit of a rest, maybe walk around the Starbase for a bit. Would you like to give the captain's chair a test run?
Sure. I will keep good care of our new ship for however long you're gone.
Well, be sure to let me know if there's anything that comes up, but she's all yours. And DeGrasse will step off the bridge and go to the Starbase.
All right, DeGrasse will step off the bridge. Casey will assume the chair And shortly after he leaves, you start hearing the engineers murmur, "Hey, Peterson, check that power flow to that console. I'm getting a discrepancy over here. Console's reading fine. I don't see it." And this console here kind of explodes a little bit, shoving this engineer a few feet away from it.
Casey's gonna like run up and check on him. It's like kneel down, just do a first aid check.
Give me a insight medicine difficulty 1.
Emergency medicine focus.
Sure.
We don't have any momentum. Take a threat.
I do like
there's
threat.
some momentum. It's a really good roll. 1,
Yeah.
12.
You didn't even need the focus.
Yeah.
Get 4 momentum. Casey, you notice he has like a, minor plasma burns, 3rd degree burns and the such.
Casey will tap his comm badge. Medical team to bridge.
Hi, Captain. Or Commander, I should say. They're all confused. They don't know who's in command of the
Are
ship.
you okay? What? Do you know what happened?
Some of the power regulators to the consoles are overloading. I think they'll have to be replaced, Commander.
Understood.
The old systems on this ship are not meant for the newer components we're installing.
Mendrock is on the ship, right?
That is correct.
He'll tap his comm badge. Lieutenant Commander Casey to Lieutenant Mendrock.
I'm here, Commander.
We've had a bit of a situation on the bridge. It appears some of the new power regulators are not able to cope with the current levels of power on the ship. I was wondering if you'd be able to take a look at it, Lieutenant.
Oh, absolutely, Commander. I'm on my way.
Thank you.
And as soon as you get off the comms with him, the medical personnel arrive. And they start scanning him with their medical tricorders. And, get out the anti-burn cream to thermal regenerators and start working on them. Second degree plasma burns, 3rd degree burns. Nothing we can't handle, Commander.
Very good. Crewmen, take as much time as you need to rest. Report back in when the doctors release you.
Aye, Commander. And Mendrock passes by as the medical personnel and the injured crewmen leave through the turbolift in the back of the bridge.
Oh, that's not him.
No, it isn't. Do be careful, Lieutenant. I know you always are.
Indeed.
He'll point at the console that had the issues. This
one
was
here?
the one that the technician was having some trouble with, but as I understand it, may be a more widespread issue than just this console.
May have to go down to main engineering and adjust something.
I leave this
Or
in your
something.
capable hands, Lieutenant. But if there's any way I can help, please let me know.
I certainly will, Commander. I will
All
take
right.
a look at the mess.
Yep, as you start getting into that, we'll jump to sick bay. We have Dr. McPherson here, working on the rest of the bridge crew who had probably had the most injuries from the Tiananmen in your sick bay.
Right. Let's see here. I guess the first thing I'm gonna have to do and check and see how bad each patient is, and decide who to work on first.
All right, go ahead and give me a reason or insight and medicine difficulty of 2.
Reason medicine difficulty 2. Let me see here. Do I have that focus? No, I don't. Momentum, I guess, because I'm not a threat guy. Hold on. Should be coming through in a moment.
Gotta love spotty internet.
Yeah, I know. I can give you the rolls right now. It was 3 successes, a 7, a 5, and a 10.
Cool. Yeah, gain a momentum. It'll pop up eventually.
Yeah, it will.
Did you use threat or momentum to get that? Ah, there it is.
I used a momentum, so no net
All
gain.
right. So, yep. Lose 1 and gain 1, so that works. Let's see. So the person here on the left with the little wrench icon, they just have minor bruising and a few broken ribs from a beam falling on them. The one to the right, I guess that would be the science officer. They have severe plasma burns and are going through a burn treatment. And the one in the middle is Lieutenant Commander McPherson. She is probably the worst off and requires a few minor surgeries to finish repairing some internal injury she took.
Then in that case, I guess the first person I'm working on is Commander McPherson.
All right.
Because hopefully the nurses that are on duty with me can take care of the other stuff.
All right, we'll give you a quick extended task here. It'll be a difficulty 3 with your control or daring and medicine. Work 12, magnitude 3, resistance 1.
I do have surgery savant.
Yep. I mean, of course, you got supporting characters that you could probably pull from if you need them. You also have the 2 sickbay advantages.
Yeah. I think I'm going to use the first 6 to reduce the difficulty.
All right.
and I'm going to use the second to reduce the resistance.
Works for me.
And then I'm going to spend 1 momentum. Would xenobiology come into play here?
No.
Okay, I'm guessing emergency medicine wouldn't either.
Probably not in this case, no, because they're stabilized.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Ooh, I could go on ahead and do that, but it's beginning of the session. Yeah, no.
All right, you get a momentum.
And here's the 7 challenge dice.
Oh, I guess I should probably give the ship an assist here. It'll probably be computers, medicine.
I wish I had the one that gave me extra work.
Yeah, that'd be a really good one for that. Someone want to grab the ship?
I rolled it.
Oh, you did. Oh, there it is. You gain a moment.
2
Gain
momentum.
2 momentum out of that. You currently have 5 work.
Yeah. Which, since I reduced
And Surgery Savant gives you
Surgery Savant
Surgery
gives
Savant
me
gives you 2 breakdowns.
fact,
What does Triumphant do? I keep forgetting what it does.
breakthrough when it in relation to medical texts.
You said a breakthrough?
Yeah,
Okay.
breakthrough.
Yeah, sorry, you're just breaking up really bad on my end.
Sorry.
Not your fault. All right, so we have work 7 left, magnitude 1. So this is a base difficulty 1 now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about an extra die.
Because if you're using it for the same one, then it'll be a diff 0.
Same. I was thinking the same stuff. Keep stuff down. So.
All right, just need the ship. Here it is. Definitely maxed out, probably over. Gain 3 momentum from that. That'll do it.
Yeah.
All right, so you complete your procedures on Commander McPherson here, and she's out of the woods when this patient starts having a few warnings going off. It seems that one of the broken ribs, when he adjusted his position, punctured a lung.
Oh boy, rushing right over there to help him.
And you got your computer Caxlon is going off. His vitals are fading.
Yeah.
So to get him out of the woods, I'm gonna make this a difficulty of 4. Daring medicine.
In place. And I'm glad I didn't spend that. I'd like to spend my determination on the value of everything.
Sorry, which value?
And
Yeah, that'll work.
and then I'll do 2 momentum.
Dear God. You get the 2 momentum back.
That is 8 successes, by the way.
Oh yeah, you did use the thing. So you actually get 4 momentum out of that. Then just need the ship assist, computer's medicine. No ship help this time. Yeah, you're able to quickly repair the damage to his punctured lungs, and you're able to talk the nurse through the rest of the procedure.
Okay. I guess I'll just check and make sure the last guy is doing okay, because I figure by this time he should have had the majority of his plasma burns taken care of by the other nurse, or at least one of them.
Yeah, you go to check on Dr. McKenzie's progress, and you notice that the burns are probably half of the way through being healed.
All right, I'll leave the doctor to that doctor to taking care of that, and just in case anything emergency wise pops up, I don't have to know what I mean.
Yep. All right, is there anything else you want to do in sickbay, Doctor?
Well, you're just literally gonna hear Pearson go, "Well, that was fun." But other than that, there's not really much else to do here in sickbay, I don't think.
Alrighty. Where to next? Head to the captain. Captain, you said you were just looking over some reports.
Yeah. Is that like a hail?
Yeah, to your personal console.
Puts it on screen.
On your little screen appears Admiral Nea.
Admiral.
Captain, I trust you made it to Starbase 200 all right?
We did indeed.
Any troubles along the way?
Nothing we couldn't handle, but the TNI med did take some damage, and her captain has been incapacitated. She's currently in our medical ward being treated.
I see. Any casualties to report?
Only minor, but the convoy was unharmed.
That's good news, Captain. That area of the Federation desperately needed those supplies. I'm glad your mission was a success.
Any word on Starfleet security maneuvering more patrols in this region of space? I don't think the Nausicaan gangs will let up anytime soon. Though we bloodied their nose pretty good.
I've been talking with Starfleet Command on that very aspect, but they seem to be dragging their feet on getting more help to that region. But you and your crew did good work out here. Captain.
All in a day's work, Admiral. Any word from Starfleet intelligence on potential base of operation with those Gnosticans? Hello?
Prax, I could hear you earlier.
Yeah, I can hear. I think Ed might have DC'd for a connection.
It just got quiet.
Suspiciously quiet.
Ed, you're lit up green, but I can't hear you.
Test.
I heard that.
That was better, yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
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 That was weird. What was the last thing you heard me say, Captain?
Starfleet has been dragging their fleets. The last line I said was all in a day's work, then followed up by do we know the location of the Nausicaan outposts that they've been operating out of?
Okay. And she responded, Starfleet intelligence believes that the Nausicans are operating in a system within 3 sectors. They've dispatched the USS Sumter to start investigating the pirate threat.
Understood, Admiral. And any progress on our change of orders for deep space exploration?
The scientific command is very eager to get your ship out there and to start exploring the expanse. Am I correct in assuming that your ship will be ready within the week?
Probably earlier than that, but we'll be ready.
Good. I'll have official orders drawn up for you, Captain, with a few sectors to start surveying for us.
Understood.
Is there anything you needed, Captain?
None on the top of my head, Admiral. If something does cross my desk, I will follow the proper procedures and notify your staff.
Very good, Captain. Do note that once you leave the Starbase, it'll be very hard to get supplies out to you. So if there's anything any of your crew thinks they need for this mission, don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll get it out to you as quickly as I can.
Understood.
Admiral Nea out.
Where is that requisition form? I know I have that in the pad here somewhere. She starts throwing, shifting pads around on her desk. you can cut to somebody else.
Okay. I believe Commander DeGrasse was going to go start walking around the starbase.
He was. Yeah, just more or less taking the chance to, kind of get off the bridge and just kind of walk around, stretch his legs, see what's happening on the starbase.
As you're walking around the starbase, a lot of it is moving cargo. The starbase is a smaller starbase, smaller than the ones you've been going to the last few times you've been on starbase. This is an outpost basically, but a lot of cargo is being moved, is being unloaded. There's a lot of civilian personnel from the cargo ships on here. The one lounge in here is pretty much full of the civilian crews. But other than that, there's not many restaurants, there's not many stores. One sec. Sorry about that. I had to tell my roommate something.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, it's pretty bustling for the small scope of it, but a lot of it's the civilian cargo crews. Just unloading their cargo, putting it in cargo bays, celebrating the victory against the Nausicaans, all that fun stuff. Letting off some steam. Long space flights will have that effect, and it's not very often you get a crew of 4 cargo ships in one place very often. So they're reveling in that.
Yeah, so DeGrasse will notice the packed lounge and just head over that way.
All right. Upon entering the lounge, a few of the crew members, or one of the louder crew members, will turn to you and be like, "Hey, are you a crew of the Tiananmen?"
Temporary. Not the established crew, but, well, temporary for maybe the next couple days or so.
I just want to come up and shake your hand, Commander. You guys really saved our asses out there. And he'll come up and reach out his hand.
DeGrasse will accept and say, all in a day's work. No thanks really needed.
Oh, nonsense. Come over here. Hey, bartender, another round for my good friend here.
Well, I'm not one to turn a drink down, so sure. I'll have a drink and then I'll need to be heading back.
Very good. Bartender, give him your good stuff. And they'll pull out a flask of whiskey from under the bar and pour a shot and spread it over to you.
So DeGrasse will take it and say, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name's Rico.
Well, Rico, and DeGrasse will knock back the shots and he'll say, so which ship were you on?
I'm assigned to the Sutherland, Commander.
Okay. And so how old does Rico look?
Probably 50s, early 50s.
Okay. Yeah, so he's
Starting the gray, has a graying beard, a full graying beard.
so how long you been around, Rico?
Oh, I've been doing this for 30 odd years.
So what do you
And
think?
when you have been doing this as long as I have, you definitely start getting stressed out at some of the missions.
Well, I can imagine. Your targets, and well, let's just say that there's a reason why they assign Starfleet vessels to accompany you all. Must be getting a little hard, huh? You looking to hang it up, or you gonna be on this trip for a few more years?
I'll let my body tell me when it's time to retire. But for now, bartender, another drink. And the bartender will pour you 2 more. And this time we'll raise a shot glass. To the commander, to the Tiananmen.
DeGrasse will take it.
And the whole bar will join him in that toast.
DeGrasse will take it and raise it and not say anything and knock it back. He'll put it a little forcefully down on the bar and just say, well, I appreciate your hospitality, but do have to be getting back, so wanted to see what all the commotion was around here.
I understand, Commander. If you and your crew want to come back later, I'm pretty sure we'll be going to the wee hours of the morning.
Understood. And I think I know a few members of the crew that might be up to join you.
I'll keep the whiskey on ice for you, Commander.
Carry on then. DeGrasse will turn around and continue his walkabout.
All right, back on the Tiananmen. Mendrock and Casey, what were you two doing?
I'm trying to solve the power issue with the new ports.
All right, give me a insight engineering difficulty, or let's go reason or insight and engineering difficulty 2.
All right. APS systems for Falcon.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll go ahead and buy a die. The momentum.
You get it back. Yeah, it just seems to you that a lot of the power components here are, more than a decade old.
Oh,
And so, they're trying to install the newer consoles. And it's causing some issues with overcharging the consoles, causing them to explode.
other than replacing them all, is there some solution I can make? Some kind of adjustment or compensation?
There probably is, but I'll let you tell me what you want to use.
I have diagnostics as a focus to try to do that, or
So you do think that you could probably fix this problem, but basically it's just
Right.
I'm letting you tell me how you want to address the problem.
oh, okay. No, I think I need to work on it from main engineering for the whole ship, because it's probably going to be a ship-wide issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, come down to main engineering and adjust the flow of the plasma systems to adjust for the new technology.
Okay. That'll probably work. To do this, we'll probably just make this a nice difficulty 4 task. When we'll probably go control or daring with your engineering score.
I mean, I have momentum. I might as well buy a fourth die and use EPS systems for the focus.
Yep.
Alright. I don't know how much. That's going to be at least 3 or 4 momentum, right? To buy 2 dice.
You get 3 momentum back, it looks like. And yeah, you're able to regulate the power flows from engineering in order to make the new components work.
Alright. I will leave this information for their chief engineer, whoever ends up being replaced.
All right, excellent. Casey, anything you're doing while this is all going on?
And I'll notify Casey.
Oh, we could roleplay that out.
Engineering to bridge.
Bridge here, go ahead.
I have solved the power issue. I made some adjustments here in main engineering to compensate for the newer technology that's being replaced. They may eventually want to retrofit the ship, but for now, this should work.
Thank you for the update, Lieutenant. Very good work.
You're welcome, Commander.
Bridge out.
Yep.
Or unless you had something to say.
No, I was just going to say, if you need me for anything else, just let me know while I'm here. Engineering out.
Yeah, Casey will just be probably just sort of sifting through some of the latest security reports and that for the area they're in now, and while he's sort of supervising or on watch.
Yeah, so a lot of the security ports you would have gotten are just suspected pirate bases. You know, the ship being sent down to try to locate the base and destroy it. You know, things like that.
Got it. Cool.
You know, this is a lower populated sector, so not much. Maybe some border reports, you know, maintenance reports and security concerns along the border with Tholian space. Other than that, not much that grabbed your attention.
I think my delivery is here, so I'll be back very shortly.
Right. Be a good time to head back to Nadan. What are you doing for the rest of the shift on the bridge, Nadan?
overseeing and trying not to blow the place up.
I mean, that's always a good thing.
Yes, basically. Just basically being somebody who is completely new to the task, trying very hard not to screw it up.
Security the bridge.
Go ahead, security.
One of the families are reporting a missing child on deck 10.
How old is this child?
The parents say that she is 4 years old.
Please notify anyone undergoing work with hazardous equipment to make sure that they don't have, or they keep an eye out for a small child and organize a search committee.
Now, Don, go ahead and give me Presence Command, difficulty of 2.
I will spend a momentum. For an extra die, basically. I'm very bad at presence command.
Understood, Bridge. We're going to cease all maintenance operations on the deck and bring in a few extra patrols and start searching sector by sector. We'll keep you informed.
Thank you.
And with the end of that conversation, beta shift is starting to come onto the bridge to start relieving some of the bridge crew. Obviously, a more skeleton crew than most, since you're docked at the Starbase. But most of the personnel are starting to funnel out and be replaced, giving their turnovers.
Cool. I assume that people are following the proper handoff of responsibility type of procedures.
Yeah, they're just
Different.
giving their turnover reports. You know, like the security, for example, are just saying the weapons are offline. You're docked at the Starbase, so don't raise the shields and be an idiot type stuff.
Yeah.
The con officer was just say engines are on standby. The ops are just giving their reports of the maintenance and any issues that need to be addressed to the next person.
Perfect.
Standard run-of-the-mill stuff. And then a lieutenant commander in charge of beta shift comes and says, Lieutenant, I will relieve you.
Lieutenant Commander. So you're aware there's a search going on one of the lower decks for a missing child. Otherwise, everything is normal.
Very good. Thank you, Lieutenant. Enjoy your time off.
Thank you. I intend to. Have a good shift.
And they take your spot in the big chair. All right, so that's basically all the stuff I had. So if there's anything you guys want to do, we'll start heading there.
I guess most of us were invited on the station to drink or have a toast or whatever.
Yes, we could do that. So is everyone going to the Starbase, or is people remaining behind?
I would freshen up a bit before heading on to the Starbase. After working on the other ship.
Mm-hmm. So that's Mendrock. DeGrasse, where were you heading, DeGrasse, after the lounge?
DeGrasse was more or less just walking around the Starbase, checking things out. Didn't really have like a set destination in mind.
All right. Doctor, are you going to head to the Starbase? Are you going to remain on the ship? Did we lose the doctor?
No, I'm still here. Sorry, I just forgot I was muted. Just forgot I was muted.
Are you remaining on the ship? You going to the Starbase? Staying on duty? What do you fancy?
Probably would join the crew on the Starbase.
All right. Casey, same question to you.
Sorry, I missed the question.
So it's pretty much beta shift at this point. Are you wanting to stay on the Tiananmen? Are you going back to the expedition? Are you going to the Starbase?
Is there another person to sort of take over as officer of the day, or?
Yeah, they have their beta shift fill in or whatever. Probably a lieutenant on the Tiananmen who is able to relieve you if you wish.
He might head back or head to the like station lounge for a bit, but because he's sort of attached posted to the Tiananmen, I guess he'll be staying in sort of like a guest quarters on board for a couple of nights, just in case something happens.
Cool. All right, Captain, you were getting into civvies and then heading to the Starbase, I assume?
Yeah, briefly before heading to the holodeck.
Okay. I think that's everybody. Everyone, Nadan, were you going to Starbase? Sorry, I kind of forgot what you said.
I had basically said I was gonna decide impulsively, but yes, I'll go to the Starbase.
Impulse is the best way. Who's token am I missing? All right, so we'll go to DeGrasse. DeGrasse, you're kind of just walking around the Starbase. just doing some laps. You've pretty much already seen everything there is to see aboard the Starbase. Like I said, it's a pretty small promenade. There's not much here. Like there's basically you get your food at a replicator and go sit at a table. There's not a restaurant here. You got the small lounge that's chock full of civilian crew. That's probably gotten a little bit more busy at this point that you noticed making your few laps. It looks like most of the Starfleet personnel has probably gone back to their quarters or have, gone about their normal nighttime, their off hours routine. Most of them tend to be staying away from the lounge. It's starting to get really loud and rambunctious in there. When you eventually run into the captain, who is changing the civilian climbing gear. I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong, Captain.
No, just civilian clothing. Mountain climbing will come later.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
Commander. They're AFK. So.
Okay, we'll do another chance meet. Casey and Mendrock, both of you kind of meet up at the airlock that leads onto the Starbase from the Tiananmen. You both seem to be heading to the Starbase, and you just kind of like turn a corner and you run into each other.
Well, hello, Commander. You're heading to the Starbase as well?
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
I think he just left.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll have a similar encounter between the Doctor and the Don then.
Where on the base are we?
So you're basically heading out of the airlock, and you kind of run into the Doctor on the way out.
Literally.
Hi, Doctor. Going to get some R&R on the base, or what's your plan for your time off?
Much of a plan is just enjoy some time. I haven't been to 200 yet.
Yeah, it'll be my first time as well. Should be interesting. I always like to see new places. Yourself?
It's interesting, but it's even better when you meet someone with a new physiology, new biology, stuff like that.
Is that one of your areas of interest professionally, Doctor? Is xenobiology?
And xenobiology, yes.
Interesting.
guess Pearson's just gonna be like, if Ladon's headed in the same general direction as him, headed to one of the lounges.
Yeah, I think I will be headed toward one of the lounges. I haven't tried any of the lounges here, so worth a try.
And you both head to the one lounge on the station, and it's just loud. A bunch of the civilian cargo crews, a few of them you guys recognized from being on board a couple of the ships. They're all, liquors being passed around, real liquor, synth ale. A few other crew members are like bringing bottles into the bar, probably from like a stash they kept. Everyone's laughing, having a good time, really like a celebratory atmosphere inside the lounge.
And you're just gonna see, you're literally gonna see Pearson like freeze right outside the door.
Are you alright, Doctor?
Fine. Fine. Well, here goes nothing. And walks through the door.
All right, I think we'll head to the encounter with Captain Prax and DeGrasse, if DeGrasse is back.
I am for the next few minutes.
All right. So as you're walking around the Starbase, you kind of walk in like you notice the captain walking in the other direction. The captain's in civilian clothing.
Ah, Captain. I see you are, and he looks her up and down, appropriately dressed to conduct some recreation.
That is the plan.
Do you have any plans at all? There's and he kind of points behind him. A bit of a, well, party going on in the lounge.
What kind of party?
Just some of the crews of the cargo ships. They, well, I think they're blowing off some steam after the run-in that we had with Nausicaans and, well, just being out in deep space for a while. You should join him.
Maybe for a bit. I was planning on doing a little glacier climbing in the holodeck.
Okay.
But that can always wait.
Well, be prepared to have a few free drinks given to you while you're there, so keep that in mind. Maybe not liquor up too much before heading to the holodeck. They seem pretty insistent.
Very well. Lead on.
Of course, Captain. And DeGrasse will turn around and walk towards the lounge.
All right, and then I think we'll do the third meeting with Casey and Mendrock. Again, you both kind of turn a corner heading out the airlock onto the Starbase from the Tiananmen.
Hello, Commander. headed to the Starbase?
Yes, I think I am. I've heard there's a bit of an event going on.
Yeah, I heard we were invited.
Be good to stretch my legs, I suppose. By the sounds of it, we're going to be in space for quite a while.
Yes, we're out in the middle of nowhere. So, probably best to enjoy it while we can.
Indeed. And I would say it's well deserved.
Oh, absolutely. Well, after you, Commander. We'll not wish to,
We'll step in, I guess.
yep.
All right, so each group eventually enters the lounge area, and like I said, it's just like a bustling party. Everyone's celebrating. The liquor's flowing. People are bringing food in and out. A lot of talking, a lot of cheering. You know, the same thing you'd expect from a victory party, so to speak. You notice probably maybe about 60% of the people here are drinking real liquor. The other 40% are probably sticking to synthale. But you know, everyone's having a good time. You notice that Captain Verg is here, the Tellarite captain from the Akina. Captain Thost is also here, talking with a few of the members of his crew. And like I said, a lot of you that were over at on the other ships do recognize some of the people here. And as you all kind of look throughout the party, you all do notice that each of you are also in the party. So you guys can pretty much go mingle, talk to whoever you'd like. I don't think I have any lounge music on here.
I guess Casey will go join any other expedition crew members you've noticed.
Yeah, Mentor will mingle with the expedition crew. Try and get some nourishment, not so much alcohol.
I'll also go mingle with the folks in the lounge.
All right, so what is everyone doing here? Doctor, you started off saying here goes nothing. So when you enter, what is the first thing you do?
Tries to find a quiet corner.
That is very hard to do. You know, obviously in this atmosphere, you know, you have a few people coming up to you, thanking you for getting them through it. A couple others hand you drinks every once in a while. So unless you're drinking them when you get them, you probably have a few in front of you.
Yeah, I definitely have a few in front of me.
So you probably have a few real drinks. You probably have a few synthales.
Yep. Oh. But yeah, so basically he's just gonna try and like meander his way through. And when he finally realizes that there's not really a quiet spot where he can sit, it's just like, oh well, okay. And just kind of like resigns himself to just being in the big crowd. I mean, literally, if he knows that he's getting a drink of real alcohol, he drains it quick.
So probably half of the drinks in front of you are either not touched or completely gone.
Yes.
Alrighty. Nadan, when you enter, what do you do?
Probably mostly just what kind of a atmosphere does this place have? Just like super celebratory sports bar type of thing, or is it got a different sort of vibe to it?
Celebratory, like they survived a fight type thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll probably wander the room saying hi to folks I know and getting to know some of the folks who I don't, and drink a bit, but probably not everything I'm offered.
Great, awesome. Just so I have an idea of what everyone's doing. We'll go to Casey or Mendrock next, since I think you were the next two to enter, maybe.
I think Casey was going to look for like expedition people, but if he didn't notice any, definitely get a table by the window.
So when you and Mendrock walk in, you do notice that the doctor is kind of off to one of the corners. Nadan is kind of making her way through the room, talking to various people, stopping, introducing herself. Probably has like a small drink in her hand that she's basically sipping. You notice the doctor, on the other hand, has probably like about 4 glasses in front of him. 2 of them are empty, 2 of them not. More than one time, or when you notice this, you do notice a few of the civilian crew members go up to both Nadan and the doctor, thank them for getting them through it. Probably when you two are noticed, same thing. You're probably thanked, probably given a thing of whiskey, a Romulan ale, things of that nature. Maybe some of the Saurian brandy.
Politely decline the drink. See about getting some actual food and something non-alcoholic in case there's an issue with either ship. Don't want to be inhibited.
All right.
I guess Casey would also look for some food, considering he just got up ship. So
Yeah, so probably when you start inquiring around, some of the crew members say, "Hey, get these two something to eat," and a couple people go off to the replicator and grab something. And you two could probably find a table in which to eat your dinner.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if nothing else, join the doctor at his table.
All right, yeah, Bendrock will go off to the doctor. Casey, are you heading over there too? Or are you heading somewhere else?
He'll stick with Mendrock because I guess they're both eating.
All right, doctor, as you're drinking some of your real alcoholic drinks, Mendrock and Casey, carrying a tray of food, come up to your table.
Gentlemen,
Doctor, you doing okay?
oh yeah, I'm fine.
Mind if we join you?
Of course, sure. And you can see him like relax just a little bit.
Do I sense some unease, Doctor?
Unease, yes.
None.
Of course, I wouldn't try to lie to you.
Don't like crowds, do you? It is a bit crazy here.
It's not the crowds. Crowds I can deal with. It's the potential bar fight. Let's just say I've been caught in the middle on more than one occasion.
Well, that makes sense. That is certainly something I didn't see a lot of on the colony, and of course our ship is pretty disciplined. Haven't had any trouble on the expedition. So,
Yeah.
and this is a smaller station, so I don't know what kind of security they have here.
Significantly smaller.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, as I'm guessing, as another person sets down a real drink of whiskey in front of the doctor, you can just see him pick up the whiskey and knock it back.
Well, Doctor, if there is a bar fight, I'll probably be on your side, so you have that advantage.
True. But I'll tell you this, I'm no good in a fight. Especially in a hand-to-hand fight. No.
Well, I'll do my best not to instigate anything. Kind of like wink.
Mendrock Smurfs. I've seen Mr. Casey in action. He is not to be reckoned with.
I can believe that. Whew.
Vulcan martial arts are not for the faint of heart, but for those willing to study them. I do believe they are the most effective.
Well, as long as we're not talking Klingon martial arts, we should be fine.
Indeed. Would you care for something to eat, Doctor?
I probably should eat something, but I seem to have lost my appetite when I walked in the door.
Well, it's no good to drink on an empty stomach.
That much is true. Perhaps I will get me maybe a good porterhouse steak or something. I don't know.
And probably when you're halfway through your meal, Captain, you and DeGrasse probably get to the lounge door, and you see the place, really starting to fill up.
Well, Captain? Did I lie?
I do believe this is probably the only lounge in the entire Starbase, though, so not to be expected.
Well, I meant about it being a party.
So, Commander, how things go on the Tinamin?
Repairs are proceeding. Last I heard, there were it'd be about 2 days until repairs are complete. She's a good ship, Captain. She's a little long in the tooth, but well, you saw. Certainly a fighter.
She's been through a lot from what I've read. We did get our orders from Admiral Nea. We're in roughly 1 week's time. We will be shipping out to unknown territories. So take in the sights and try to enjoy yourself.
Understood, Captain. DeGrasse will survey the lounge and just say, well, shouldn't be too hard tonight.
Right.
Care for a drink?
Sure.
I'll see about a guy for some whiskey. I think you might have a way to get a hold of some. And DeGrasse will stand up and scan the lounge for his friend Rico.
You do see Rico at one of the bars. You probably left him there, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Rico's really been hitting the sauce. So, he's struggling to stand. He's kind of leaning on the bar. He's reaching out to everyone around him, the whole really drunk vibe.
All right. So DeGrasse will walk up to him and say, how you doing, Rico?
Commander! And he reaches out and kind of touches you on the shoulder. Everyone, here's Commander.
The one and only.
Barkeep, another shot for me and my commander friend here.
Make it a third one too. We have an extra party goer back there, and DeGrasse will motion to the captain. And he'll lean in close to Rico, tap his chest. That there's actually the captain of the expedition.
Captain! Come, Captain! And he kind of moves and gives you his seat.
Thank you.
And everyone, come close. These two saved us from those Nazikin pirates. Give them whatever they need.
Just doing our job.
Nonsense, Captain. It was more than that. We never would have made the crossing without you and your crew. Come here, have some drinks. And he pushes the 2 shots in front of both of you.
DeGrasse will glance at the captain, waiting for her to make the first move.
Regret this. Takes the 1 shot and down the hatch.
Followed by DeGrasse.
Rico takes his drink too, kind of brushes his face off. Ah, that's the good stuff.
DeGrasse will lean in a little closer to Rico and say, Rico, I'm sure you've noticed this. Captain's a little, well, she's humble. Doesn't take a lot of credit for herself. Let's make sure to, well, give credit where credit's due tonight. Make sure to, you know, give her a few compliments. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. In other words, keep it coming.
And he kind of points at the side of his head, then points at you, and reaches behind the bar and grabs a whole bottle and kind of slides it over to you. Here you go, Captain. The best whiskey in the sector. Don't say old Rico never got you anything. And he kind of, his head kind of falls and hits the counter.
Well, Captain?
2 other crew members like come up and say, all right, come on, Rico. It's time to get you to bed. And Rico slowly gets up from where he was sitting. It's like, oh, yeah, for once, I'm not going to fight you. Enjoy that bottle, Captain.
Thank you.
And if we meet again out here, there's another one for you.
There's no need. You be safe out there.
Sleep well, Rico.
With fine crew like yourselves, I don't think that'll be an issue. All right, I'm going. Rico starts walking out of the room.
She picks up the bottle and starts examining it.
GM, is it in fact good whiskey?
Do you like the high or the low?
I'm feeling lucky. Let's go high. Okay.
So this particular whiskey is probably from a colony, maybe 3 sectors from here. You're familiar enough with the name. You've never tried it before. And, you know, it's a decent whiskey. You know, it's not, you know, it's not like the best whiskey that you've ever had. But, you know, it's pretty decent. It's rarish enough that it's hard to get. Trying to quickly come up with a name for it. God, there's like nothing out here. I really have to make something up. All right, I got a name. Basilisk Whiskey.
So DeGrasse will say to the captain, well, Rico wasn't lying. He produced some good whiskey.
Takes up the last shot. Does it left. To Rico.
To Rico. And
Takes the
DeGrasse
shot.
will knock it back. Yeah.
There's the effect.
For both of you, do you like high or low?
Feeling low.
I'll go high for this one. Okay.
Oh, you both are fine. After 3 or 4 shots with Rico, you're starting to feel a little good, but Captain drinks a lot of blood wine, so she's fine. And DeGrasse, you and Casey have a lot of practice, so your tolerance is up there.
Really should have that extra trait, friend of Martok. Or friend of House of Martok.
So DeGrasse will say to the captain, well, Captain, we don't always get the chance to chat recreationally. We'll kind of straighten up. So, what brought you into Starfleet?
That's a long story.
Well, DeGrasse sips a little whiskey. We have some time. If you don't mind, of course.
Really, it was more along the lines of influence after I was joined. Usually, I start out my after going through the standardized education, I start out doing various studies at the Science Academy on Trillius Prime. During the time, I applied to be joined, and after joining and recalling the memories of a couple other hosts, one particular that is my previous host, their times in Starfleet and how they worked with Starfleet in the past, I felt like it would be quite an adventure. Came out here because I am born explorer. Starfleet offered the best of that. Not many Trill science vessels go out too far. Yourself, Commander?
Well, it seems like we have that in common, Captain. Well, and to be honest, and he looks around the lounge, scanning for other members of the expedition. I think all of us were probably bit with the exploration bug early on. It would be hard to, well, be so far out and see the things that we do without something driving us towards it. And, well, in my estimation, that has to come internally. So I think we have that in common, Captain.
Indeed. And pours another shot for each one of us to the journey.
Ross raises his glass. To the journey. Bottoms up.
All right, again, high or low for both of you.
Let's go high.
I'll go low.
Yep, you guys are good for definitely a few more shots. Your systems are fine. You know, your tolerance is up there. All right, we'll go to Nadan because I think I have something for her. So Nadan, you are going around the lounge introducing yourselves. When you come up to a female Tellarite. She's a mixed of, you know, a few of the other crew members. You're talking. Nadan, you there?
Yep.
She currently has her back to you and hasn't noticed you yet.
I'll say hi to her.
And she turns around and is like, "Who is this?"
I'm Lieutenant Joel Madon of the Expedition. Who are you?
I'm the captain of the Akina, Captain Ferg, and you will address me as such. Boy, they're letting them enter Starfleet younger and younger, huh?
I guess so. I'm told I look young.
Tell me.
Pardon?
Tell me, Lieutenant, what have you done to secure the safety of our convoy?
I've been acting as the science officer of the expedition, so sensor analysis, those sorts of things. Captain?
So you just sit there and watched while we were attacked, is what you're saying.
I prefer to think of it as getting the information that you need to know where to shoot. Captain?
Get this one a drink. Lieutenant, how do you find the thrills of battle? You don't get scared off from the first sign of trouble in deep space, do you?
If I did, Captain, I don't think I'd still be in Starfleet. I might prefer my lab, but if I need to assist in battle, I will do so.
And tell me, Lieutenant, have you ever shot at someone?
Poorly, Captain.
Well,
And
at least you're
unfortunately.
honest. Well, at least you're honest. Here, and she shoves a blue liquid out in front of you and takes one herself.
Do Tellarites have the same chirality of their amino acids as Trill? Do we have compatible biology for drinks and stuff?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I will drink.
Here's to the science officers, always looking and always finding things at the wrong time. And she'll drink her drink.
Cheers, and I'll drink.
Well, Lieutenant, it's good meeting you, but I think the adults will get to the real drinking around here.
Enjoy your evening, Captain.
And she'll just kind of nod and give like a huh. And turn back to her group.
I'll head off.
All right. I think we'll head back to the table. You guys probably just finished up your meals.
Do I see Captain Prax and Commander Ross?
You can make them out at the bar. You hear the commotion of one of the crew members being led out of the lounge, but you could see them up there.
Okay. I will dispose of my plates and somewhere or whatever. And swing by and say hello. And notify Commander Ross that the power issue on the TMM is
Yeah, you're able to make your way up to the bar, so you could go ahead and roleplay all that out.
okay. Excuse me, Commander.
DeGrasse will turn to Mendrock and say, yes, Lieutenant.
Nice meeting you, seeing you here, Commander. Captain Pratt. I just wanted to notify you that there was a power surge issue on the TMN that I took care of after Casey took command while you were away. They should be able to operate with the new hardware being installed.
Fantastic. Thank you for the notification. Are the rest of the repairs proceeding well?
Yes, they are.
Excellent. So, would you care for a drink?
Oh, no, thank you, Commander. If I drink, I'd rather be on the expedition so I can crash my bunk. Um, don't like drinking very much. It's also the mind when dealing with workflow. You don't want to be unsteady dealing with engineering. Too
Ah.
dangerous.
Understood, Lieutenant. Well, it's an open invitation, so if you change your mind, then feel free to find us.
Oh, thank you. Seems the doctor is having a view. So, I'll leave you to be. Have a good night.
Well, good night, Lieutenant.
Have a good night, Lieutenant. Oh, Lieutenant,
Yes,
make
yes, sir.
sure to fill out the request of any supplies you might need.
Of course.
Well, Captain, one of these days we're going to get the lieutenant to loosen up and have a good time.
To each their own, Commander.
I understand. He's an excellent engineer. Wonderful to have on board the ship. I don't think he's failed us once. And, well, as much as I would like to have a drink with him eventually. You're right, Captain.
It could be worse. There could be Klingons here.
Well, the way we're going, and he holds up the bottle. I'm starting to think that we can keep up with him.
You say that. Try going in with 2 barrels of blood wine at a Klingon celebration.
If only we all had the opportunity. Well, Captain, what do you say we wear off this buzz, maybe? And he kind of casually shrugs his shoulders. The little cards. Maybe a little friendly gambling.
Sure. Ever heard of Fizbin?
I have not, but he'll hiccup a little bit. I'm always open to learning new games.
It's simple. It's comes from Earth. It's typically a friendly card game, very similar to poker.
Okay. Well, I'm game.
Though my understanding, it's originated Beta Antares 4. Is there a deck of cards somewhere? though we should probably ask for a couple others to join us. Typically, 2 players is not enough.
I agree, Captain. The more the merrier. And DeGrasse will glance around and see if he sees any of the crew.
Minus Mendrock, who just was heading back to the ship, you are able to see Nadon just walk away from your Tellarite captain friend, who you had on the shuttle you had a very nice conversation with, as well as the doctor and Casey still sitting off in the corner.
So DeGrasse will point them out and say, well, Captain, I hope you're ready to take some funds from your lead team. And DeGrasse will stand up and make his way over to Casey and the doctor.
And you're able to make your way over to him.
Gentlemen, how's the evening?
Very good, sir. Not to talk shop, but and Mendrock may have informed you, but there was a bit of an incident on the Tiananmen. However, my understanding is that the technician in question will make a full recovery and quite shortly, and the situation is at least now resolved until the Tiananmen can undergo more serious retrofitting.
Huh, I see. Well, the lieutenant mentioned that he performed some repairs. I'm not sure if he mentioned any injuries, but it sounds like everything was under control. How did you enjoy your time in the chair?
Aside from that rogue consul, mostly uneventful.
Oh, it's good to hear.
I
DeGrasse returned.
consider
Oh.
that quite fortunate.
Well, I'm sure you would have been more than up to the challenge. DeGrasse will turn to the doctor. Doctor, how about you? How are you doing?
I'm fine, Commander. The patients I had should be making a full recovery by now. Yeah, I think we're good.
Good. Well, I'm sure the Tiananmen would appreciate having her captain and crew back.
Agreed.
Well, would you gentlemen care to join the captain and I for a game of, well, exotic cards, I guess I could say. I've never heard of the game myself.
I wouldn't have an issue.
Game of cards? Well, never been one for games of chance, but I am certainly down to play.
Excellent. Kind of claps both their backs. Well, I'll go round up Lieutenant Nadan, see if she would care to join us. Gentlemen, I assume You can go and join the captain until we get back and we're ready to go.
All right, you guys heading anywhere next?
I guess we're all headed towards the captain.
Yeah. Gonna go play some cards, I guess.
DeGrasse was on his way to find Nadon.
And you're able to push through the crowd and find her.
Ah, Nadon. How are you finding yourself? Oh, she might actually be AFK. Well, so I guess, yeah, instead of DeGrasse walking up to Nadon, he will instead stick around with the captain and Casey and the doctor.
All right. Is there anything anyone else would like to do? Nobody?
I think we're about the little card game.
All right. So with that, I think we'll call that the end of Starbase at the end of the universe.